slightly longer rest and restore video, so really nice maybe when you've got a little bit more time at the weekend, or instead of a really active practice if you're feeling tired, and especially if you're feeling kind of achy through the body or just generally a little bit low in energy. So what I'm doing here is that I'm sat up on a folded blanket. I've got a couple of blocks and another blanket, so just to give yourself some options for support in the poses. So obviously they don't need to be yoga blankets and blocks, they could be towels, they could be books, or, you know, whatever. Okay, from here I'm just going to sit in a comfortable position. So I've got one foot in front of the other. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit with your legs out in front of you, you can sit with your back against a wall, whatever feels comfortable. And we're going to start to take a little bit of a journey from the head down to the toes. So first of all, I just want you to draw your palms to the ceiling or the sky and bring thumb and index fingers together into Chin Mudra. Rest the backs of the hands down onto the knees and just allow the eyes to soften and close. Relax the body fully and completely here. Let the shoulders round a little bit and let yourself slump into this position as if you were just sat here without any effort, just letting everything go. And then working from the ground up, begin to press a little bit into the sides of the feet, the little toe sides of the foot. Begin to press the knees away from the pelvic diaphragm, the pelvic region. And then start to lift the front of the pelvis up and see if you can get that to wave all the way up through the spine as you roll up right out through the crown of the head, but stop with your chin parallel to the floor. Let the shoulders soften down. Open your mouth a little bit so the jaw can relax. Tongue just soft into the bottom of your mouth. And for the next moment or two, we'll just flow through the practice of becoming more and more present. So just notice your breath, notice how it feels, notice where it moves in the body. Don't try and change it, don't try and control it. But just appreciate the breath as it is your tool to keep coming back to the present moment, again and again and again. Take a deep breath in to lengthen through the spine. On your exhalation, bow your head to your chest. Bring your hands down onto your knees. We're going to inhale, scoop the chest forwards and up. And on the exhale, round through the shoulders and just roll that back through the spine. Inhale forwards and up, just keeping the eyes closed so that you are not so aware of where your body is in space, but just into the sensations rolling up and down the spine. Just one more time. And this time as you roll back, hang on to the knees, let the shoulders round forwards. Start to take a little bit of movement there, just waving side to side, and you can begin to flutter the eyes open. And then slowly bring the head back to center. Beautiful. Okay, from here, we're going to lift the elbows up and start to circle them. So we're just going to lift and circle. Good, and think about this as you circle the arms and rotate through the shoulders. Think about the shoulder blades squeezing apart and then squeezing back together as the elbows come back. Just one more time. Awesome. Okay, bring your hands down onto your knees or your thighs and let the elbows really relax and soften. So we'll start with the neck a little bit first of all. So I want you to take your chin to your chest, bring the head back to center, and then drop your head back. Just take your chin up towards the sky or the ceiling, but don't drop the head all the way back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. From there, I want you to turn your head to the right. Just nice and gently turn the head back to center. Turn your head to the left. So we'll inhale as the head travels back to center, and we'll exhale as the head turns to the side. So just keep working with this, inhaling and exhaling. Think about the chin drawing a really straight line across the floor. Think about the sides of the neck just being passive and light and open, so that there's no cranking the head around and there's no kind of tightness, no tension being created in the neck. And the last one. Okay, this time we'll bring the head back to center. I want you to find your right collarbone with your left hand, slide down away from that, and see if you can get the belly of your pectoral muscle there. If you're not sure, just give the arm a little bit of a wriggle around and you'll feel a muscle somewhere in there moving. I want you to press that. You don't have to be too specific. I just want you to press down and in at the same time. So with your right hand, so pressing down and in, you're going to cup your left hand on top. So really, really firmly press that down as you lengthen the spine up away from that. Keep the shoulders soft. We're going to take a deep inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And on the exhalation, I just want you to start to allow the weight of the head to travel over to the right. So without any effort, without any force, just let the head drop. And over your next few breaths, you might want to close your eyes here. And over your next few breaths, I just want you to continue to allow the head to descend in that direction, just by allowing the weight of the head to release. And this might feel really tender, really sore for some of you. So if that's quite a strong sensation, then meet that with a presence of your breath. So nice deep breaths. And if at any point there's a sensation that arises that feels really intense, you can feel free to inhale, exhale through the mouth and just let it go. Okay, from here, I want you to start taking your head towards your shoulder, so just turning your gaze towards the shoulder, or even dropping your gaze behind the shoulder if that's available to you. Keep pressing in and down with your hands, and then we'll begin to take the chin up towards the sky, the ceiling, and then maybe there we'll just start to move the head around a little bit. And see if you can just find your own particular areas of tension, of discomfort. Move into them, back away from them, move back into them. Great, and then slowly you'll bring your head back to center. Release your hands and just be in stillness for a moment. You can very, very gently turn your head side to side, and you might feel a different sensation on either side of the neck. We might have created some space and lightness here. Okay, let's go to the other side, because I don't want you to be like head wonky for the rest of the day. So with your left hand, find your right collarbone this time. Slide down to the belly of your pectoral muscle, and then you're going to cup your other hand on top. So we're pressing in and down really firmly, and we keep that press for the duration of these stretches. And then I want you to lengthen your spine all the way up away from that. So you're moving in two different directions. The hands are pressing down, the spine is lifting up. Take a deep breath in to lengthen all the way up through the crown of the head, and on your exhalation simply take your left ear towards your left shoulder by letting the weight of the head go. Just let it relax there. So even if your head is way up, as long as you're feeling something here, then you're doing it. This is not a practice of trying to get to a certain shape. It's about working with your body, stretching, breathing, allowing things to be. Okay, from there, begin to turn your gaze either to your shoulder or behind your shoulder. Take a couple more deep breaths there. And then turn your chin, your gaze up towards the sky. And you can spend a few moments just moving your head in all different directions, just trying to locate your own areas of tension, because they'll all be different for every single one of you. And just seeing where you can really feel it, pausing there for a moment, working away from it, and then going back and maybe seeing if something's changed. Good. Really slowly begin to bring the head back to center. Release your hands down onto your knees. Just settle there for a moment. And then we'll do the same thing, just turning the head side to side. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in as you shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Pause there for a moment. And as you exhale, exhale through the mouth. And just let the shoulders melt down. Try not to take your head with you. Inhale, pause, exhale. Let the shoulders melt down. Last time, inhale. Hold for just slightly longer this time, and exhale as the breath releases, the shoulders melt down. Beautiful. Interlace your hands at the back of your head. I want you to draw your elbows forwards a little bit. Pull your hands into your head as if you're trying to press your head forwards, but press your skull into your hands to press the head back. So again, there's two different forces going on. The head's pressing back, the hands are pulling forwards, but we're not actually moving. This tractions the neck really nicely after any stretches that we've done in that area. Beautiful. Okay, and then slowly release that. Excellent. Okay, take the elbows out to the side, fingertips out to the side, and press your palms away from you as if you're pressing into two walls that are closing in on you, like so, really firmly. And then I want you to point your fingers there and start to draw little circles. That's it. And then maybe growing those circles a little bit bigger, just to whatever feels comfortable for you. Good, and then maybe the arms will sweep up past the ears. Good, you might get some crunchy sounds in the shoulders, and that's totally fine. Good, and then start to make those circles a little bit smaller again. Good, pause. Take your palms to the ceiling or sky and sweep fingertips. Interlace the hands and press the palms towards the ceiling. I'm going to take a deep breath in and just take that over to the right for a second, back to center, over to the left. You can wave it there a couple of times and then release the hands back down. Beautiful. Okay, roll the shoulders up and down and back and forth. Just big circles there. Great. Okay, we're going to stretch the arms out one more time. Your right arm is going to cross over your left arm as if you're going to give yourself a big hug. And I want you to give yourself a big hug because you deserve it. Just take your chin towards your chest and kind of snuggle in there for a moment. And then lift the front of the pelvis to lengthen the spine. Take your fingertips to the ceiling. I want you to press your elbows away from you a little bit and slightly closer to the sky. From there, you can either just rest the backs of your hands together, or you might be able to take your palms together, so in a more ego wrap situation. It doesn't matter where you can touch, just enjoy being where you are, and then begin to maybe take the elbows towards the ceiling just a little bit. Take a couple of deep breaths there, and see if you can really feel that across the tops of the shoulders, just releasing an area that we hold a lot of unnecessary tension. And then slowly releasing that. Bring your hands down onto your knees. If you can remember how you interlaced your hands before, so whichever little finger was on the bottom, you're going to change that, press the palms away from you, and then take the palms up towards the sky. And then we'll start to take just a little bit of a wave there, so you don't have to feel like you're locked in place, but you know, we're releasing by taking a little bit of movement, being really fluid. Good, and then slowly release. Because we spend a lot of our life like, gotta drive, gotta work, gotta do this. We're tense a lot of the time. Okay, let's take the arms out to the side. This time the left arm will come on top of the right, so the opposite way this time. Give yourself a big old hug. Try to crawl your fingertips towards one another behind your back. Begin to lift the front of the pelvis, draw up from the belly as you lengthen through the spine. And then this time we'll take the hands, fingertips to the ceiling, to the sky. Move the elbows away from you, lift them up just a little bit. Good, and then backs of the hands together or palms together, whatever feels more appropriate. And we'll just stay here and breathe for a couple of deep breaths and just see if you can allow the breath to wash over the tops of the shoulders. Good, from there slowly release, bring the palms down to your knees. Okay, from there I want you to lean back, and if your legs are crossed, just change the cross of your legs. Okay, here we're going to take the elbows out to the side, so this inward rotation of the shoulders as we stretch the fingertips to the sky means that there's a lot more relaxation and no tension being created in the shoulders or the neck. So take the elbows out to the side, take the fingertips to the sky, inhale. On your exhalation, draw your palms to your heart and just begin to twist around to the right. Inhale back to center, take elbows, fingertips to the sky, and exhale, begin to twist in the opposite direction. So really nice and easy. We're not trying to force anything here, we're just allowing. And you might find over the next couple of rounds of this that we do that you can feel like you can twist a little bit further. So we've kind of released the neck so the head can probably turn in that direction too. Good, inhaling forwards and up, and exhaling, and we'll do one more like that. So inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Come back to center. We're going to take this into a little bit of a more reclined twist, so we're going to work down through the spine now. So what I want you to do is take one of your blankets or cushions or towels and just rest it on the floor. Right, and you want one either side of you, so they're going to offer you a little bit of support if you need that support. And then from there, just bring your fingertips down, lengthen through the spine, come down onto your elbows, so you're doing all of this really mindfully, and then come to lie down. Okay, first of all, just want you to walk your feet in towards your sit bones. Take your hands to the tops of your thighs, so really close to your sit bones, and with a lot of effort, so we're generally not applying much effort here, but with a lot of effort I want you to press your thighs away from you as if you're pressing your femur bones in this direction. And what you might find there is that brings a little bit more space and freedom to your spine. You might need to lift your head to accommodate that space. And you can just gently lift the hips, not very much, just like half a centimeter off the floor, and start to lift one hip towards the right and then the opposite hip towards the left, so lifting up towards your armpits, really. Good, and then just moving around there, doesn't have to be anything set. Just keep pressing away and then slowly relax. Okay, I'm going to draw my knees in towards my chest. Press the feet away, and then here, if you know that your back is quite tight and quite sore often, all I want you to do is start to take that over to your right. You'll find a cushion or your blankets, your towel with your legs. You'll stack your knees as much as possible, and then we'll sweep this top arm back and over. So if the shoulder and the shoulder blade do not make it onto the floor, all you need to do is slide your knees away from you, even straighten out the legs a little bit until you find a comfortable position there. If you are really comfortable in that, you can cross the left leg over and then come into the twist. That will make it a little bit of a deeper twist, so you can do either one of those. And then what I want you to do is we're going to relax here for a couple of minutes, so make sure that you are feeling relaxed, that you're feeling comfortable, you can always take more support underneath the legs. And what I want you to do here is just start to turn the head side to side a little bit. Really slowly, really gently. And I want you to pause and stay still in a place where you feel like you've got the most freedom on both sides of the neck. So it may not be, traditionally we do this with the head turning in the opposite way to the knees, but that may not be the case for you. From here I want you to just turn the palms to the ceiling. Let everything relax. I'm going to spend about another minute and a half here, just quietly breathing and allowing everything to soften. Begin to open your eyes. Moving really carefully, draw your knees back to center. If they're crossed, uncross them. Place your feet down onto the floor. We'll lift the hips up a couple of inches and then just roll the spine back down to the ground. So inhaling to lift and exhaling just to roll down, just to even out any tension, anything that has been happening in the low back area. And we'll go to the other side, so I want you to pick your knees up, press the feet away from you. You'll start with this right angle. We'll start to take that over to the left where you should have a blanket, a cushion or something like that. And then we can really simply sweep the arm up and over out to the side. And what you want to do is snuggle your right shoulder and shoulder blade down into the ground there. So if that doesn't happen for you, simply press your knees away from you, press the legs a little bit straighter. So you can feel free to modify this in any way that you feel is good for you. If you want to cross your legs to get a little bit more juice out of that twist, you're going to cross your right leg over your left and then start to take the knees over to the left there. So get really comfortable. Allow everything to relax. Just notice if there's anywhere there that you're gripping and holding on, and see if you can adjust until it feels comfortable. And then you can allow the eyes to close, and for the next couple of minutes we'll just stay here. And you can do this thing with your head again, where you're just turning the head a couple of times side to side and then pausing where you feel like you've got the most freedom in both sides of the neck. So making it feel super sweet. Okay, from there, just flutter the eyes open. Start to draw the knees back to center. Uncross them if they're crossed. Bring the feet down, lift the hips and roll back down to realign the spine and the pelvis. And then I want you to hug your knees into your chest. So first of all, we'll hug them in really tight and just start to take a little bit of a rock side to side. Good. And then from there, I want you to press your knees away so that they're more over the line of your hips, and then start to maybe move side to side. It's nice to give the knees a little bit of a shake out there. Good. And then big toes together, knees nice and wide, and we'll start to just circle the knees around a couple of times in each direction. And it might be that you freestyle that a little bit just by creating different circles with each knees, and big ones and small ones, both directions, different directions. Just really focusing on massaging out into the lower back, into the sacrum, and again just releasing an area that there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of imbalance, a lot of stagnant energy in this area. Beautiful. And then from there, hugging onto the backs of the thighs, we're going to gently rock up to sit. If that's not appropriate, you can roll to the right side to come up. Great. Okay, we're going to do another passive stretch for the low back. So I want you to come down onto your belly now. Okay, so I've got my fingers facing forwards, my forearms underneath my shoulders, and my forearms are pretty much parallel. So I want you to just wriggle out a little bit, let the legs soften, let the shoulders soften. And now from here, begin to claw your fingertips down into the ground. So claw them down. I've got the grass here underneath me, so I can really claw in, but claw down into your mat, your carpet, whatever you're on. And then as you claw into your fingertips, pull the fingertips back towards you and start to scoop the sternum, the center of your chest, forwards and up. So you'll pull the hands back. They won't travel, but they're just moving in that direction. From there, you'll roll the shoulders back, let them relax all the way down your back. And you might just find a comfortable position for your head here. So it might be that the head drops forwards, it might be that the head drops slightly back. I wouldn't take it all the way back because that won't feel good for your cervical spine. And we're going to stay here again for a couple of minutes. If this starts to feel too much for you, you can walk your hands away, or you can stack your hands and just rest your head down onto your hands. So that's still a little baby back bend. But most importantly here is that I really want you to work with your breath. So as you inhale, see if you can expand the breath down into the belly. So really kind of expanding the belly like a balloon, and you can feel it press into the earth as you inhale. And see if you can allow that breath from the belly to expand around the sides of the waist and even into the lower back area. So think about washing the breath around the kidney area there. So as you inhale, like you've got a big belt on all wrapped around here, you're going to inhale and expand 360 degrees into that belt. And then as you exhale, just allow a wave of softness to wash through the back, dropping the belly towards the earth and letting everything just release. Okay, take a deep breath in, expand through the belly, sides of the waist, lower back, and exhale, let everything surrender to the earth. Okay, we're going to stay here for about another minute and a half, working with that breath, just trying to keep your mind on your breath as you continue to relax a little bit more as you exhale. From there, begin to open your eyes. You can take your elbows out to the side, stack your hands one on top of the other, and just rest your forehead down onto your hands, or if you prefer to turn your head to the side. We'll just spend a few moments here, big toes together, heels definitely apart, and you can take a little wave and a rock through the pelvis if that feels good. If your head's turned to the side, turn your head in the opposite direction. Great. From there, bring the head back to center, slide your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourselves up onto your hands and knees. Okay, from here, I want you to keep a gentle lift of the belly, drawing the navel up towards the spine. You'll feel the tailbone descend underneath you, so that helps to really protect the lower back there. I want you to draw one knee in towards your chest, out to the side, up to the sky, and then all the way back to the chest. And now let's even that out so that we're starting to draw really big, smooth circles with the knee. And you might want to bend your elbows a little bit so that you can allow the rest of the body just to move fluidly. So we're getting a nice full rotation at the hip joint. There's actually about 17 muscles that connect into the hips, and at the end of the muscles there's a lot of connective tissue, and so those tissues respond to slow movements and long held stretches. So when we're thinking about opening the hips and releasing tension from the hip area, we want to really move into it nice and slowly. Okay, bring that knee back down. We'll do the same on the other side. So let's draw the knee into the chest, out to the side, up to the sky, and then all the way back into the chest. Bend the elbows a little bit and just start to really smoothly circle the knee. Think about not the action of the knee so much, but think about how that feels in the hip there, and move really slowly, especially if there's anywhere that you feel a lot of tension. Just a couple more there. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to come to sit from here, and we're going to take a little bit of these longer held stretches to work in the hips a little bit more. So if this is a particularly problematic area for you, maybe sit up on a couple of blankets so that you're sat up a little bit higher. Okay, we're going to start with the right leg stretched out in front. We're going to cross the left leg over. Some people here, if they have a lot of tension in the hip area, are totally fine just to do this here, leaning forwards, maybe resting the head a little bit. Some people will be able to stack one knee on top of the other. So there's quite a few options here. You can pad this foot with a block, a blanket, books, whatever, right, if that feels good. So these modifications might feel good or not, so you might need to try them all and see which one works for you. You might want to take another blanket and just pop it in between the legs, like that. So try to find somewhere that your body can be nice and comfortable. Some of you will be fine just like this. Now, just to go up from one stage from here, you can lean over to the right and cross that right leg underneath you so the foot is to the outside of the left hip. So now we're getting the knees more stacked one on top of the other. Okay, from here, whichever position you're in, just be happy to be there. I want you to press down into your fingertips to lengthen through the spine and start to wave a little bit there. Good, take a deep breath in to lengthen. On your exhalation, start to move forwards from the center of your chest. And then just feel that. So if you get to a point where you feel like, ooh, that's a lot in my body, use the support of your arms just to allow yourself to support yourself where you need to be, and then allow the eyes to close and maybe just drop the head. If you can go a little bit further, you'll start to walk your fingertips out in front of you. You might be able to just release the upper body, maybe the head or the chin could rest down on the knee and palms to the sky. So again, we can modify this in any way that you need to. You can place a blanket down. Sometimes it's nice to place a blanket right between the belly and the thigh. That can feel good. Or just rest your forearms down. You can rest your head into your hands. So just to really find a position that's going to work for you, where you can breathe. This can feel pretty intense for a lot of people, but you don't want to be in a situation where you're like, your breath is getting a little bit shallow and you're just like wishing to come out of the pose. You want to be in this, in a kind of edge that feels maybe uncomfortable, but it's not too much. So whatever your variation is, I just want you to be here, to breathe and pause, and just relax here for about another minute or so. To raise the head, take your fingertips onto the floor, and then we'll start to walk back up. Use the strength of your arms to uncross your legs, right? Be kind to them. This sometimes is the worst part, as you stretch your legs out. Lean back on your hands and give them a little bit of a shake out. Good. So this time we'll leave the left leg stretched out, bend the right foot and step the right foot over. Okay, some of you it will be just here. This feels like enough. You can relax there. So remember, you're looking for your edge, you're not looking to go beyond that. Some of you will stack knees one on top of the other. Remember, you can pad underneath this foot, you can pad between the legs if that's more comfortable for you. And some of you will take a lean over to the left to fold that left leg underneath you so that the heel is to the outside of the right hip. So again, just supporting any way that you need to be supported. Take your fingertips down to the earth and really lengthen up through the spine, roll the shoulders back. Good, take a gentle wave there just so that we're not locking the body in place. We're sending signals to the central nervous system that it too can just relax and release. Beautiful. Okay, from there, find your place, support yourself with your arms at the position you need to be in, or you can completely let go. And here we'll relax for just a little while. Focus on your breath. Inhale, pause, exhale, and pause. Begin to raise the head, walk your fingertips back in towards you. Use the strength of your arms one more time to unravel your legs. Do it really slowly, especially if that was intense for you. Stretch the legs out, lean back on the hands, give the legs a little bit of a shake out, and then step your feet wider than your hips and begin to windscreen wipe the knees. Good, just really gently over to the side. And the other side. One more time. Beautiful. Okay, from there we're going to stretch the legs out in front of you and keep a little bit of a bend at the backs of the knees. So we're just going to work down the legs, into the feet and the ankles, and then we'll relax. So we've done a whole journey all the way through the body with these really nice slow movements and longer held stretches. So you should feel really light and open after this. Okay, from here, so a lot of people hold a lot of tension in the backs of their thighs, their lower back. So I want you to back off away from that by bending the knees a little bit and then hug underneath your thighs. So what I want you to do is begin to extend as if you're trying to take your chest over the tops of your knees. So really extending there. Okay, to your own degree now, begin to walk your heels away from you. So this allows people that are not so flexible, which is a lot of us in this particular area of the body, to find a position that can really work anatomically for you. So for some people, if you stretch your legs out and really go for it, the back of your sacrum will pop out, and that's really unhealthy for your lower back. So we start backed off with bent legs. We hug underneath the thighs, we lengthen the spine, and we let that wave all the way up through the crown of the head, so there's loads of space, decompression in the spine. Then we start to walk the heels away a little bit, but keep hugging in. Right, no need to go any further if this is a lot for you, or if you're feeling the stretch. Remember, we're looking for that gentle stretch. We're not looking for something that makes us sweat or makes us hold our breath. And then from here you can maybe just let the head go, or you can look towards the feet. And over time, if this feels okay, if you feel quite comfortable here, of course you can release your arms, of course you can straighten your legs, but what we're not going to do here is apply a lot of force to draw the body forward. So we're just going to allow it to be. So here naturally my body, my knees want to bend just a little bit. It allows me to just release forwards. So it doesn't have to look like, you know, perfect alignment and front cover of a yoga magazine pose. What we're looking for here is a sensation, and if you're feeling a gentle stretch all the way back up through the legs, possibly the low back, then you're in the pose and you're doing it, and it's brilliant. Okay, we're going to stay here for about another minute, so just let the head relax, focus on your breath. With each exhalation, release a little bit more. Over time, if that sensation starts to dissipate, then of course you can stretch your legs a little bit straighter. Gently walk the fingertips back in. Bend your legs one at a time. Hug onto your knees to lengthen through the spine. And then the last one here, before we come down to relax, you're just going to come onto your knees and tuck your toes underneath you. And then I want you to sit back towards your heels. So this stretches out the toes, it stretches out the arches of the feet. If this is really intense, you can bring some of your body weight forward so you haven't got all of your weight onto your feet. But if it feels okay, you can start to take most of your weight there onto the toes. So this is important. Obviously our feet are really, really important. We use them a lot, we stand on them a lot, and the health of the feet reflects in the rest of the body. So people say, oh, I've got something wrong with my back, I've something wrong with my hips, but often it starts in your feet. So you can do this, you can back off and point your toes, release, and then you can go back into it when you feel ready. But try, if this is really really tough for you, then you should do it more often. You should do this every day until it becomes quite comfortable to stay there for about a minute. And also in terms of energy systems in the body, and even like Chinese medicine, all of the meridian lines that run through the feet, really, really important. And so if you are comfortable here, we're just going to stay for about another 30 seconds. And what I'd love you to do is perhaps draw the palms together at the back of the sacrum and then flip the fingertips up towards the sky. So it might be that your fingertips are just touching and your hands, the heel of your hand is way far apart, and that's totally cool. You'll just be where you can be. If you can slide the heel of your hand towards one another and slide your hands up your back, then you can do that. So just giving the hands a little bit of attention while we're stretching out the feet, being time effective. Okay, just a few more seconds. If this is intense, just take a nice deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Release the hands, just give them a little bit of a shake out. Release your feet. Give them a little bit of a wriggle, point your toes, sit back onto your heels. Alright, here I am going to use something underneath my head. So I've got a block here that I'm going to rest my head on. You can use a blanket, a cushion, whatever you like. And I'm going to roll this other blanket that I've got. Again, it can be a cushion. And I'm going to put this little bit of support underneath the backs of my thighs. So this is going to allow the front of the pelvis to release. It's going to allow the lower back to release. So if you have a problem in your lower back, if when you lie down your lower back is a little bit niggly, I want you to make this roll really fat, or grab a couple of cushions so you've got a lot of support underneath your legs. From there, just scoot forwards and start to roll back to bring the back of your head down onto the block. You don't have to have anything under your head, it just feels nice to release the shoulders and the neck a little bit. I'm going to lengthen the arms out at a little bit of a distance from the body and then spread the feet wider than my hips. And so I want to feel like I'm really spread out. I want to feel like I'm taking up a lot of the floor, and then just allowing the body to settle, allowing everything to spread out. If when you arrive here you feel like you want to take a little twist or a back bend or a little bit of movement, then go for that. But sometimes what I do is just kind of wriggle around, and as if I'm trying to squish myself into the floor, and then I can release. Think about the very outer coating of your body, your coat of armor if you like, and see if you can just allow that to become really soft, so that the contents of your body, the bones, the flesh, the muscles, the inner organs can just all spread out and relax. Completely surrender to the pull of gravity. Just let gravity drink you in. Take a moment just to move the face around and make funny faces with the face, screwing the face up and then stretching it out, maybe sticking out your tongue. And then moving the tongue around inside the mouth. Swallow to relax the throat. And just open the mouth a little bit so that the jaw can soften. And here for the next few minutes, see if you can allow your mind to just ride on the waves of your breath. to wriggle the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles. Take the arms up over the head, take a full stretch. And just take a moment to move around in any way that feels good for you, just to wake up the body and re-energize, reinvigorate. In your own time, you can roll onto your right side. Press the floor away from you as you slowly come up. Keep the head down until the spine is straight. You can sit in any comfortable seated position. Once the spine is straight, you can lift the head to center. Draw your palms to your chest. Take a really deep breath in as you honor the length of the spine and lift up. As you exhale, bow your head to your hands to honor yourself. Namaste.